Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Virginia Killmore, and welcome to my studio. I hope you like that cute little gnome card that you saw right at the beginning. He's so cute. I've been seeing them everywhere, and he basically uses punches to make it. And today, because it's the last day of the Christmas catalog or the holiday catalog, I'll be offering a special incentive today if you order. So let's get started so I can tell you all about it. So look at how cute this little gnome guy is. He's just adorable. I can't stand it. So let's zoom out so you can see the whole display. He's made with several different punches. This is a tree punch. This is the perennial flower punch. This is part of the new kiss punch, and then the balloon punch. His beard is made with a framelit from I think it's called Love of Leaves set. I can't find it right now, but that's okay because you don't really need it. And we will be using this cool celebration set called Approaching Perfection. It's really kind of cute. So to get started, let's cut this first and get that out of our way. And I am going to be using my little mini because I don't need the full thing to cut it out. I love this little mini. It works really just like the big one, but it takes about half or a quarter of the space of my other cutter, and I can just have it right on my desktop at all times. Now, you notice I didn't get a piece of paper that was very big. I just need the beard, so I didn't see the purpose of having all of that out. So I just didn't cut this part. See right here? I don't need that part. Now I can throw that away. I could even trim off what's left here. And then I'll set that aside. This is all on my desktop. I love it. So I have my beard, and now I need the other pieces for this. So I am going to use my perennial flower punch, and my punches are all stacked here, so they're going to pop out. And I really only need the two bottom parts, but I'm going to punch the whole thing out anyways. Set that over here out of the way. I need a balloon, and I really only need the small balloon because the big balloon is just way too big. So I'm just going to slide that in and just get that right out of that scrap piece. Set that punch away. One of the things I love about my punches is that I can just close them up and use them, you know, put them away. They can stack. I love the fact that they stack. Now, the pine tree, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to try this side this time. And I don't need the little base part, so I'm going to cut most of the tree, but I'm going to trim off some of it anyways. And this is a scrap of designer series paper, and this brings me to the part where I tell you what you can get for free if you place an order today. I have a pack of about 14 or 15 pieces of designer series paper that's retiring. Once the designer series paper retires, I really don't reuse them because, you know, can't really show them to you. So if you would like a little pack of that for free, place an order today, and I will send that to your home. But you need to use this code that I have right here. If you don't use that code, I don't know that you understood or saw this, and then I won't be able to honor that. So please do that for me. I also going to use this new kiss punch to get just the little heart. That's all I need. I got that extra set of lips in case I need it for something. Maybe I could use it for the outside of envelope. That would be cute. So, and this is from I think this is Blushing Bride. Yes, it is Blushing Bride. Now, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to show you what I did do. I took a piece of crumb cake. I'm having a hard time forming words today. And ran it through pine wood planks. And normally I would go ahead and have this cut ahead of time, but I forgot, so I'm going to see. When you cut paper that's textured, it's not as easy to cut, but luckily this seems to be okay, so I'm just going to go for it. I got my pine wood planks background. I have my little gnome. I need a little scrap piece of paper for the sentiment. I think this will work. It's not quite the right size, but it'll work. So I have everything I need now to put together my card. I am going to put my gnome together first, and I'm going to start with my little feet. I want my little gnome to be sort of right there, so I'm going to get my glue out. And I really just need glue there, and I can see I need a new bottle of glue. Okay, we'll bring that one out because sometimes they sit back there and I forget that I have them. So we want his beard to be just at his feet, but not too far below. Okay, and I am going to take and just trim off a section of this. I don't need the whole thing. And there's my little nose. And I'm not going to glue that down till I figure out where I want the hat, because the hat has to fit just so. And I think that this hat should be curved a little bit, so I'm going to cut into that and sort of figure out where I want it. It looks like the nose is in a perfect spot, though I like the nose a little tilted. So now that I'm happy with that, I can put my glue on there, get him on there, and then glue my hat on. And my hat I'm just going to put, oh, I said I was going to use the other side, so I need to remember that what I said. Now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about as far as the catalogs, this catalog that you should have, it's the occasions, or they call it the August, December, I call it a holiday catalog, is ending today. So this paper will be gone, and pretty much a lot of the things in that catalog will be gone. Some will carry over, and I do have a list available if you want to see what is on sale, the giant year-end catalog, but a lot of these items have already sold out, so make sure you check it carefully. If you'd like to see that list, I have it available. And starting tomorrow, this new catalog starts, as well as our celebration. Celebration is wonderful because during January and February only this year, you can get a free item out of this catalog for every $50 you spend out of any catalog. So tomorrow you won't be able to buy anything from this. So if you decide to purchase something today, I'm sending you that little pile of designer series paper. It's 6 by 6. But starting tomorrow, anything you order out of here, you get, if you spend $50, you get something out of that catalog, $50 or more. Okay. So let's get back to what we were doing. I get a little sidetracked with my commercial. I don't know if you can see the pine wood planks, but that was done already, and I'm going to set him right here. Now I need to put a little line to the balloon, and I am using the stamp set that I showed you, Aging to Perfection, but I'm only going to use this part of it, and then I am using this little sentiment. I think it's cute. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment first, and then I'll stamp my balloon. And hopefully I won't mess that up. How many of you forget people's birthdays? I do that a lot more than I would like to admit. Now I just freehand cut that. I usually am really a stickler about cutting it on my cutter, but sometimes I just decide I'm going to be and I'm getting a phone call. I thought I turned that off. little musical interlude. If it's my mom, she'll be calling back again. So bear with me. I'll try to edit that out. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on there, those dimensionals. See how distracted I got? I'm going to close this up because you know how I have a tendency. Now, you see the little mistake I made? I'm going to fix that by how we put this together. So let's get this glued on. That must have not been my mom because I'm not getting a second phone call. Oops, I forgot the other part, which is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of early espresso. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this piece. I don't know if you notice how little glue I use, but I use very little. That must be the message that they left. Normally I turn off notifications, but I guess I forgot today. So I'm going to try to cover up that little spot with my beard. I want a lot of that showing, but not so much that I see the little boo-boo I made. Luckily, I made it in a good spot. When you stamp something like this, you see that line? It's very easy if you wiggle it to get ink on your card. So I'm always a little hesitant when I have something like that. And I try to be careful, but I still make mistakes. Everybody does. And I use my little cup to hold my glue. And I'm super excited. I got a 3D printer for Christmas. Now I'm getting many notifications. So there's your card. How quick that was. I hope you enjoyed that today. Now remember, tomorrow is coffee and cards. That means I'm on at 10:30. And normally I would post what you need to have. But because it's celebration, I'm going to be sharing what we have. You can follow along with some stamping supplies if you want, but I'm going to be using new things. So there's no way to have you have them at this point. So hopefully tomorrow you will join in at 10:30. I don't post at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays. I love to do live stamping, and I'm hoping to get to do more of it in the future. I love when you stamp along with me, but none of you are sharing me your pictures of what you make, so that's part of the reason I decided not to necessarily have a sample. But hopefully you will tune in tomorrow at 10:30. Have a great afternoon, and thanks for watching.